Okay, so in addition to some amazing whiskeys, cocktails, wines, champagnes, all those fun things that we'll be offering in the bar here, I also will be bringing down my personal collection of cigars, one of my other great passions, and figured today that we just talk a little bit about how to select cigars, how to smoke them, what the etiquette is, how to store them, that kind of thing. The first item is how to choose a cigar, and the good news about that is that there are absolutely no rules. So cigars, like whiskey or cognac or wine, is really a personal decision, and my advice there is smoke as many as you can, and you'll figure out which ones you like and which ones you'll buy. It's experience is everything when it comes to choosing your cigars and choosing what to smoke. There are very specific guidelines for caring for your cigars. The first and most important thing is to get yourself a airtight humidor. And a humidor is basically just a big old box, typically lined with Spanish cedar, where you can keep your cigars. You'll notice in the humidor you've got a few funny looking things on top here. This is a hydrometer, and the hydrometer basically tells you the relative humidity inside the box. My personal recommendation is don't let it go below 70 and don't let it go above 75. So the relative humidity is anywhere between 70 and 75. Most experts will tell you not over 71, but just so long as it's not 90 and the cigars aren't sopping wet, I think you'll be okay. The other little item here, these are the actual humidifiers themselves. Basically all they are is a big sponge, and you put a little bit of distilled water, always distilled, never use tap water, because there's mineral content and chemicals in tap water that will translate into your cigars. But a bit of distilled water, a few drops on each of these sponges, and you're pretty much good to go. Let's talk about the cigars themselves. So the looks of the cigars, if you can, I don't know if you can pan in here, but basically this section here is all the different cigars that are kept in this humidor. And I label them just so it's easier for me to know what I'm smoking and all that. But if you look at these cigars here, you'll see that they range from long and thin and long and thick to short and thin and short and thick. And basically the way the cigars are measured are by their length and their ring gauge. Now the ring gauge is obviously how wide around the ring is, and the length, clearly the length of the cigar. A general rule would be that the fatter the ring gauge, the more, not necessarily stronger, but the more complex the cigar is. And the reason for that being that because it's a bit of a wider ring gauge, the cigar makers themselves have a little more room to put more different kinds of tobacco inside the cigar. Your thinner ring gauge, like this Trinidad here, this is quite a thin ring gauge, so this will probably be a lighter smoke. Not hard and fast rule, but that's generally a good guideline. If you look at the colors of the cigar, I don't know if it's going to come up on tape, but if you look at the colors of the cigar, you get close enough, you can see that they do differ quite significantly. You've got a very dark wrapper here. The Juan Lopez is very dark. Then maybe the Punch is a little bit lighter. We pull those out for comparison. San Cristobal is very dark. The Trinidad is quite light. So this is basically just the tobacco leaf that is used to wrap the cigar. Again, general guideline is the darker the look of the cigar, the heavier and sort of more robust the smoke, and the lighter the wrapper, or the lighter the look of the cigar, the lighter the smoke. Reason for that being that darker tobacco leaves means that they were left in the sun, they were dried longer, and therefore became darker, and that's why the smoke is going to be a little bit heavier. You do need to check back in your humidor every now and again. It really is a care thing, so you do need to look into your cigar humidor every now and again. Make sure the relative humidity is about right. Put additional water in there. But you do that, and the cigars will age brilliantly and be a joy to smoke for a long time.
Monkey see, monkey like, monkey do. BananaManaTV.